Mambo Team Africa Worldwide, Habaraya Asabui, Habaraya Mchana, Habaraya Gioni. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I know it's been a few weeks since I've posted. I did make a video to upload, but my significant other said it was too many personal details in it, so she vetoed the upload. And I get it. It's like when you are in a relationship, you can't act like you're single. And I've done some of the same things to her. Had her uh, remove certain posts off of Instagram. So it is what it is. That's couple life. Um, so now I'm back. Actually, I'm doing this one from the States. I am visiting the States. I got back in Detroit last Friday, so it's been a week already. It seems like a couple of days. The time flew by. Uh, and the first thing I want to say is that I apologize to my people in Arusha. I criticized the people in Arusha heavily for wearing jackets and coats. I said that the weather was much too warm for jackets and coats. And there's like a 20-degree difference between the morning and the midday in Arusha. Arusha can get kind of cool, maybe like down to 60, 70, and then it's like 80 during the height of the day. Unlike Dar es Salaam, which starts off at like 80 in the morning and probably gets up to about 90 plus during the height of the day. And the reason I'm apologizing is because I realize now by personal experience, the body kind of acclimates. If the body isn't used to extreme changes, you'll get cold. And the reason I say that is that, now that I've returned to Detroit, we have unseasonably cool weather. Usually, Detroit's summers are just as extreme as the winters, and usually we'll be at about 80 degrees right now. But I've been waking up to 60, 65-degree mornings. My furnace has actually been coming on, having to pay for heat in the summer. And I mean, the first couple of days I was here, my lips chapped up like it was December. And I've actually been wearing a jacket in the mornings. And, normally when I'm living in Michigan, I refrain from putting on a jacket until November. And, I really don't, I always like, as long as it's like 50 degrees, 45, 50 degrees, I don't need a jacket. But I've been wearing a jacket this week as a result of living in, tropical Dar es Salaam, and living in Tanzania in general for close to 4 months. So sorry, Arusha fam. I was harsh in my criticism. I did not know what I was talking about. Okay, so our um our Kiswahili sentence of the week is going to be I don't like this weather. Okay, and I don't like this weather would be Sataki hi hela ya hewa. Um, Sataki means I don't like, because we know Nina Taka means I do like. Let me back up. I'm sorry, I told you wrong. That's want. It should be Sipendi, because Nina Penda means I like or I love, and Sipendi means um, I don't like. So it would be Sipendi he uh, Hela ya Hawa, and he HII is this, um, and then weather is um, uh, Hala HAL um, I, and then Ya means of, and then Hewa, Hewa. So um, to go over it again, I don't like this weather is um, Sipendi hi uh, hali la hewa. Um, Sipendi hi hala ya hewa. Hewa, Hewa. Probably should have practiced that one more. I want to give you more of a review. Like I say, I would say that when I left here, I said that the U.S. wasn't really home and that Africa was home. Now, even though, I spend the majority of my time in Africa, I'm going to say that I have two homes. I'm African American, and so the United States of America is one home, and continent of Africa is my other home due to my ancestry. Um, Prior to moving to Tanzania, I had spent a little bit of time in East Africa. I first went to Mombasa, Kenya, for my birthday in 2018, and then I went to Nairobi three times after that. So I had four trips in to Nairobi, into Mombasa prior to moving to Tanzania. They're both part of the EAC and they're neighboring, bordering countries. They're both on the East African Ocean, as I would like to say. And I didn't think it would be a big difference. I watched a lot of other YouTubers' videos living in Tanzania. I didn't think it would be a big difference living in Kenya and Tanzania, and I thought that Tanzania was more African, and I thought Kenya was a little bit too westernized for me. Um, and but after my experience, like I said before, I love Nairobi. That's my favorite city in the world, and in and I never felt like a real outsider in Kenya. I just felt like, all right, they speak Kiswahili and I don't, and so they wouldn't even recognize that I wasn't from Kenya until I started speaking, because of course, I have an accent with both the English and with Kiswahili. But in Tanzania, like I said, in Tanzania, people recognize it's so much about us that's different. The way we walk, the way we stand, our mannerisms. Um, People know that you're not Tanzanian. I'm approximately, I'm a little less than 6 feet tall, which would is above average in America, but most people in America would not consider me tall. But in Tanzania, I'm actually tall. I'm about probably 3 inches taller than most of the men in Tanzania. So that's another reason why I stand out. And then uh, everybody knows how different tribes look, and I guess I don't really fit in like that. So it's like when I was in Tanzania, I was really in need to find other repatriates, um, because everybody's so tribed up, and so um, I made the comment once before that every time I went to Africa um, and came back, I felt less American. Well, this experience was extremely different. Uh, Moving to Tanzania let me know how American I actually am. So, as Professor James Small would say, I am African American. African is my ancestry, and American is my nationality, and I don't give them up for anybody. Still very much Pan African. I love my people in Tanzania and throughout all of the globe. But realize now that there are some differences. They might not seem like they're that big, but there are cultural differences that we're going to have to overcome. Um, because everybody has to be comfortable with one another and everybody has to be familiar with one another if we're going to make this Pan African thing work. So, I plan to not be in the U.S. for long, visiting family and friends, and wrapping up some loose ends business wise. But going to get back to Tanzania as soon as possible. Um, I anticipate probably being there for about a year, but then ultimately, I think my final forever home is going to be in Nairobi with annual visits to the U.S. So put all my personal business out there. Hopefully nobody's not out to get me because they got the whole blueprint. um, but yeah, just wanted to update everybody. On my experience when I was out there, and as I reflect more, I'm sure I will come up with more to say because I mean a lot happened that 3.5 6 7 week visit. I mean so much happened. It felt like a year. It really did, and not in a bad way, but just a lot. Even though some bad things happened, it's just that so much happened that it felt like a year. I actually got to go back to Nairobi for a weekend. I did that to push my 90 days back. Yeah, so I'll the next video I'll fill you all in on some more details and my assessment now that I'm here in the U.S. and reflecting on my move. All right, as always, Asante Sana for watching and Kwaheri Kwasasa.